Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Unity of Wimberley, Texas live stream. It is Sunday, December the 27th. We are almost out of this year. Take me to the river, drop me in the water. Yes, we are almost there. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And I welcome you. And please, if you feel so inclined to get up and move around, if that didn't get you moving, let's try this. Here we go. Our opening song, Stayed on Spirit. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on Spirit. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on Spirit. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on Spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm loving and blessing with my mind stayed on Spirit. Loving and blessing with my mind stayed on Spirit. Loving and blessing with my mind stayed on Spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Woo! Yay, that was great. Thank you, Kit, and I hope you had a wonderful Christmas.
I did. And
You too, Katie? I did.
Yes,
I did. It was
fabulous.
amazing. Good morning, everybody, and I hope you are ready to let some stuff go. I know I am. So, please join me as we affirm our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent. And now let us unite our spirit as we hold this vision for our church. We are an open-hearted spiritual community, powerfully transforming our world by honoring the sacred in all. And we practice this mission. Inspired by our shared spiritual awakening, we offer practical teachings that empower healthy, abundant, and meaningful living. And today's daily word is release. And the affirmation is, I take the best and leave the rest. My experiences of this past year have brought me gifts of insight, new perspectives, many chances to grow and stretch myself, and perhaps the opportunity to develop a skill that serves me in my work or brings greater enjoyment to my leisure time. Some experiences have been painful or difficult. These too have offered their gifts. I accept all that has come my way. With gratitude, I bless it all. I find the gifts and release what no longer serves my growth. Assured that God is my dependable source, I release any pain of a financial setback. In the joy of restored health, I release my memory of illness. Grateful for all modes of connection, I release any pain of loneliness. I move forward feeling lighter, cleansed, and renewed for my journey forward. And from Isaiah 43:18, Do not remember the former things or consider the old things of old. And now with the gathering prayer, Jan McGowan.
Thank you, Leah. And so let's take this opportunity this morning, getting ready for the new year, but taking time to quiet our minds and release what needs to be let go of in our life. So take a deep breath as always. And I've chosen the vibration that helps us to release. The light and the power of release. Renunciation. The power of cleansing. Breathe. What is it that we need to let go of so that we can have a clear, renewing new year? Charles Fillmore reminds us, there must be a renunciation of old thoughts before the new can find place in the consciousness. This is a psychological law which has its outer expression in nature, in our bodies, the leaves in the fall. We let go of what no longer serves in our lives. Healing results when we apply that divine power in our life. We erase the faults. Spiritual release is our power to cleanse and renunciate. And so it is. Namaste.
Thank you so much for that, Jan. Solitary and so exposed. Ask the wind if it knows why. Oh, why do I open wide to a wide open sky? Only darkness and only stars, only seeing with my heart, only sun and only blue, seeing clearly what I must do. Open wide, open wide, open wide. I could burn up in the sun There's no fear inside of me, no zenith, no nadir, no hands, no feet, just drifting, 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 drifting in peace. Wide, open wide, open wide, oh wide do I open wide to a wide open sky. Thank you, Katie Marie. And all of my accoutrement. And there we go. Happy almost New Year, everyone. Today, if you are joining us for the first time, is our annual Burning Bowl ceremony, a ritual. And if this is your first time doing a burning bowl, I will invite you right now at the beginning of the talk to find yourself a piece of paper, something to write with. And if you have a candle or a lighter or someplace safe to burn that piece of paper, you can do so. But otherwise, just hang on to the paper, and you can take care of that bit of business after the service, after we sign off for the day. The ritual of burning things, of releasing things, is as ancient as we are, as humanity is, as humankind is. Most of it for sacrifice to the gods, to appease, to please, to offer up burnt offerings. And if you're in Texas, we just call that barbecue. But from a spiritual standpoint, the releasing, the burning up of something, because as we know, when we burn something, you can't get it back. It's gone to the ethers, it's gone into the atmosphere. You can't put the pieces back together again. So it is a definite endpoint letting go. And one of the things that I know about release, and we tend to hang on to the things that we want to release. I know I do. When we're coming up on a new year, we can make New Year's resolutions, we can set intentions, we can do all of those things to say what we're going to do, which means letting go of some of the old stuff so we can make space for it. But letting go of stuff can be kind of challenging. There is, and can be, a lot of grief involved. There can be a tremendous amount of discomfort involved in letting go of something. Because what does it mean? It means we have to change. And not just change a habit, because the only way that we know to effectively change a habit is we've got to change the mindset behind it. That's where the challenge comes in. The burning bowl is a symbolic releasing, obviously, because we have to change our belief, we have to change the idea behind it, we have to change this long entrenched thought process that we've had around a certain thing. Whether it is a habit or whether it is a relationship, a job that may not be working for us anymore, a situation, a living situation, a home, a car, possessions of letting go. There's the realm of the things that we're going to release. But the focus is, as Jan said in the prayer and the release, the reading is letting go of the things that no longer serve our highest good. So there has to be some kind of, in order for us to release, some kind of decision has to be made to do so. Either we've reached a point where the pain of the situation, the pain of the possession, the pain of the relationship has gotten so unbearable that we're finally ready. It's like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm going to let it go. And the decision, that's when the shift happens. That first step that we take to change something in our lives. Dr. Raymond Charles Barker, who wrote a book called The Power of Intention, The Power of Decision, that's another author, another book. The Power of Decision, Raymond Charles Barker. What he says is that any creative process cannot begin until there's a decision made. Let me think about that for a minute. Any creative process, the creative process in our relationship with spirit, with the universe, with universal law, with spiritual law, cannot begin until we make some kind of a decision. I was recently on a trip, and most of us, even a trip to the grocery store requires us making a decision to make the trip, right? We have to say where we're headed first. Are we just out wandering aimlessly about, hoping that we run into a grocery store and say, oh yes, by the way, I need some almond milk, I think I'll stop. We have to make an intentional decision about the change we want to see in our lives. And as I said, most of us have done a lot of work. We've done a lot of interior stuff with our consciousness, with our beliefs. And we know that anytime we make that decision, we're enthused about it. It's like the New Year's resolution. We're like, yes, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to go for it. And we get into it a couple of days, maybe only a couple of hours. And all of the fears come up. Everything that wants to keep us in our old trench habit, the little squirrel tracks, the mouse tracks that we follow every day in our lives, that we do on autopilot. The discomfort comes up. So clearly we have to have something to aim for so that we're not always focusing on what we're letting go of. We are focusing today in our meditation on what we're going to let go of, but we're also going to open ourselves in this process to what's going to come next week with the white stone ceremony, where we get in, and Reverend Jill's going to do that with us, and we get into that meditative space again to listen to what Spirit really has in mind for us. There was a job that I had more than 10 years ago. This is a story of one of those power of decisions and deciding to let go of something. I was working as a contract bookkeeper for a certain company in Austin, and it became apparent that the owner of the company had some other ideas. He had some creative bookkeeping ideas, let's put it that way. And it was a really good paying job. It was part-time, it was my own hours. It was a part-time job, but I was making really good money. And I really liked that income, sure did. And things progressed where the owner of the company was actually going through a divorce, and it was a very contentious divorce. And his wife, or soon-to-be former wife, was the person who hired me in the first place. And she and I had a great relationship. And then I started seeing, and then she was sort of pushed out, she was pushed out of the company, and we no longer had contact. So it was just the owner of the company who was doing some things that were not legal, first of all. Secondly, highly unethical. And every time I'd have to go up, I'm like, I'm seeing this happening. I know it's wrong. I don't know what to say. I kind of don't know what to do. And in meditation, and actually in the middle of the night one night, there was a crystal clear voice in my head that woke me up, and it said, until you let this go, nothing else will open up for you. And I went, wow, that was pretty obvious. And what was happening is I was attached to the paycheck, and it was all about the paycheck, at the expense of my music, my life, my peace of mind, my happiness, my harmony, all of those things. And that was just one of those crystal clear moments that said, until you let this go, nothing else will open up. So I'd like you to take that into consideration as you're preparing those things and setting an intention, making a decision for the things that you want to release in Burning Bowl. The Burning Bowl ritual, if you want to do this, you can, but it is not for you to create a laundry list of 100 things that you're going to write on your piece of paper and throw and burn it up. It's not that. This is not a complete overhaul of your life. And, decluttering your closets is great, clearing space, all of that kind of things. I'm going to be doing that. I am in the process of doing that for the new year. This is to really get focused on the place where you feel the most pain, discomfort, feel some blockages. Those are the places in your life that are calling for your attention. Okay? The Burning Bowl is also not a ritual that you are doing something like sitting in your meditation going, oh, yes, I think I'll quit my job today. It's not for a rash decision. It's not for oh my God, I've got to do this today and everything in my life has to change. The message that I got, nothing else will open up for you until you let this go, required some planning on my letting go of that job. It required some stuff on the human side, some practical things, one of which I made backups of the hard drive, of my work. I put them in safe places. I did things to protect myself and to do what I thought was right for the company. And to be able to, it wasn't like, oh, holy crap, I'm out of here. I'm walking away right now. It was another week. It's like, okay, I know I'm going to leave and I'm going to do the human side of this stuff. But the spiritual side of that work was, I am making a decision to walk away from a really good paycheck. And I got nothing lined up. I did a lot of work, a spiritual practice in that week to trust, to have faith that I got that message very clear, to let this go. So I had to lean big time into trusting that I would be supported and supplied and taken care of down the road. I know, like many of you, your spiritual practice is you have to leap out sometimes. That first step is huge, that leap of faith. But I did. And this is where I want to encourage you before we go into our meditation today, is recognize that there's going to be some discomfort. Recognize that there's going to be some wobbliness. And the wobbliness is not about you doing something wrong or pulling back. It's because you're aiming for something that you haven't done yet. That's the reframe on this. You just haven't done it this way yet. So it's going to be a little uncomfortable until you get more practiced at it. And that comes in that place of faith. Okay, I'm stepping out here, and it's like, well, God, show me right now. Show me right now. Show me right now. Show me right now. Right? I've done it many times. Okay, now would be good. Now would be good. Okay, now would be good. Now would be good. But what is happening when we do that is we are still hanging on, we're still gripping, we've still got fear, we've still got something around it that says, I'm not quite ready to let this old thing go yet because I don't know what's coming next. And that's where we have to back up and take that breath and stand solid and say, okay, I am being supplied in this moment, in every moment. I'm being supported. I'm being unconditionally loved. I am protected. Whatever it is that is coming at you, that's coming into your face to show you what it is where you are being encouraged to move your consciousness to, reframe, is just breathing into it, leaning into it a little bit more, taking a little bit more baby steps. I did I've been in Texas now 19 years, which astounds me that I've been here, that it's gone like that. And prior to moving here, it was the beginning of December of 2001 when I moved to Texas. And before I left, I had a bunch of boxes, much like I do now, of accumulated paperwork. And I decided I had a barbecue grill. I was in a duplex, and I decided, this is it. I'm going to burn all these papers. And what the most important ones were from my personnel file, from things and places that I realized I was hanging on to paperwork because I was hanging on to resentment. I was hanging on to all of the things of somebody had done me wrong at a job, and I have it documented. They were mean to me. They were awful to me. And I got to this place where I realized those people don't care about anything, where I've gone, what I've done. To my knowledge, I'm the one hanging on to all of that stuff, and I'm ready to let it go. And so I did a ceremonial burning, and this was before I knew what a burning bowl ceremony was. It was a burning Weber kettle ceremony. You see the barbecue theme going on here, right? Our burnt offerings. So I encourage you today, like I said, is simply symbolic. If you want to do a ritual, and I know many of you do regularly, of writing things down, burning them, releasing them, making space. That's all we're doing, is we're making space to allow more of the good of our lives in, and to give us that foundation so we can be the greater expression of spirit that we are here to be in the world. So we are going to go into meditation in just a second here. So please have your piece of paper ready. Please have something to write with. If you have a candle, I have one up here, and I actually have some flash paper, which is really fun. I am a pyro. I'm just, that happens. I was like, yay, I get to do burning bowl, woo! But do it safely. Of course, wherever you are, if you're in your kitchen, or throw it in a bowl, or, stainless steel or something, throw some water on it. So I'm going to grab this, and basically you will hold this, set it, hold it on your lap, hold it in your hands while you're doing the meditation. Take your pen when you're ready to get the stuff you're going to let go of. Write it down. Burn it. Just like, ready? That's not flash paper, Leah. It's paper. Oh, well. Surprise! Happy New Year! That was not flash paper. Anyway, I invite you to take a deep breath, and Katie's going to start with some music here. And thank you again for being here. Blessings. Let's go into meditation and do this thing. As I grab my water as well. So please take a deep breath. Get very, very comfortable. Have that paper and pencil or pen next to you, ready to write. Make sure your hands and your legs are uncrossed. Get your feet firmly on the floor and ground yourself. And if you do have that paper and pencil in your hand, just set it aside for a moment. And what we're going to do is rub your hands together, get some energy going. Palms of the hands together sends the balancing and clarifying energy to the brain. And if you feel so inclined and you're comfortable with it, go ahead and close your eyes. And imagine breathing through the crown chakra, the top of your head. As you breathe deeply, imagine a brilliant white light flowing in through the top of your head, encircling and enveloping it inside and out. A powerful but grounding stream of light moving in and down through your head, down through the third eye that's right in the center of your forehead, a space just above the bridge of your nose. And as you breathe, imagine that healing light moving down through the throat chakra, swirling and circling your neck, the top of your spine, down to your heart, filling your lungs, moving out and back from the arms to the hands to the fingertips. And allow that deep, deep, calming breath of spirit filling your lungs, filling your abdomen, around your back. And as you release the breath, you let go of worry, let go of tension, let go of anything that does not serve your well-being right now. Imagine that light moving in and through every cell of your body, picking up toxins and gently carrying them out and away every time you breathe out. Envision that light moving down through your creative center, the second chakra, and then grounding to the base of the spine. Let that light extend through your legs, down to your feet, to the tips of your toes. You are now filled with light. You are a being of light. See yourself as radiance itself, grounded in the truth of who you are, a being of light and pure love. And then gently bring your attention back to your heart. Ground yourself there in the truth of who you are, a being of light and pure love. And repeat silently to yourself, I am a being of light and pure love. I am spirit in expression. I am a being of light and pure love. I am spirit in expression, and all is well. Rest in the warmth of that truth, the sacred truth. And breathe. If you happen to hear any argument from the small self, the fearful ego self, just return your thoughts to love. And repeat silently to yourself, I am a being of light and pure love. I am spirit in expression, and all is well. I am a being of light and pure love. I am spirit in expression, and all is well. It It is safe for me to release what no longer serves me. I am supplied, I am protected, I am lifted up, always, in all ways. I surrender to the power and presence of God within me, of Spirit within me, and all is well. I surrender to the power and presence of Spirit within me, and all is well. And so now I ask, what is one thing I have been holding on to that stands in the way of me expressing and experiencing my greatest good? What is one thing I have been holding on to that stands in the way of me expressing and experiencing my greatest good? And when you are ready and clear, write this on your piece of paper. And breathe. And as you continue to breathe, ask yourself this question. Who must I forgive in order to express and experience my greatest good? Who must I forgive in order to express and experience my greatest good? And when you are ready and clear, go ahead and write that on your piece of paper. And you can say silently to yourself, I am ready. I am willing to release for good, for good. The things that I have written on this paper and that I am putting into my own burning bowl. I am willing to let go of the lesser in service to the greater good. I am willing to let go of the how and let God guide me to the highest good. I have decided for this healing and this release and opening to my highest good, my highest and best expression. I know acting from my highest and best serves the world and therefore harms no one. I am willing to let go and let God and take decisive action on all guidance. I trust that I am supported and supplied by Spirit, by God, and have everything I need in every moment. There is no need to look back once I have let go. I have decided to release completely everything I have written on this piece of paper. And I am free. I am unlimited. And I am grateful. I surrender to the power and presence of God within me, and all is well. So take a deep breath. And if you have your candle or your lighter or your safe place to burn the paper right now, go ahead and do that. And if not, just wait till after the service. And breathe. Let's anchor this, okay? Sing a song. Blessings to you all. I surrender to the power and presence of love within me. And all is well. All is well. I surrender to the power and presence of love within me. And all is well. I surrender to the power and presence of peace within me. And all is well. All is well. I surrender to the power and presence of peace within me. And all is well. I surrender to the power and presence of joy within me. And all is well. All is well. Katie Marie. Thank you all so much for being with us today. This is the portion in our service where we express our gratitude, and as part of our prosperity consciousness, we continue to give where we, as an organization, are spiritually nourished and inspired. We are grateful for the gifts that you have sent in already and affirm the gifts that you are sending now. We know that Spirit is working all the time through us to support us in all that is needed in our community and beyond. There are 4 ways that you can give to Unity of Wimberley. You can see all of them on your screen right now. You can text GIVE to the number on the screen. You can click the donate button on our website, unityofwimberley.com. You can mail your checks to 455 White Wings Road, Wimberley, Texas, 78676. Or you can tap Give on our church mobile app. So I invite you, as you are preparing these gifts, just hold them in your hand, maybe hold them up to your heart. Put the love all over them, because we know that you're sending those in with tremendous amounts of love. We send it right back to you. Let's say this affirmation of abundance together. Divine love, Mesme, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And there we go. And I'm looking for, we're going to play a song. There it is. It's almost a new year. It's almost over, man. No, that's where I'm holding my affirmation in. All right. Are we doing this in A or in G?
That's exactly what I was just going to wait and see what you do.
We are open to whatever Spirit would like to do through us. Let's try it in A, shall we? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it together. Running round, giving this and that, giving it up to God, then taking it back. Just release and let it go. You don't even have to think about it no more. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out the way and let God do its thing. Look like the weight of the world's on your back. Take a deep breath and cut yourself some slack. All that drama ain't good for you. You couldn't change what is if you wanted to. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out the way and let God do his thing. Shine and the river's gonna flow. The tide's gonna rise without your say-so. The universe is working and the good is flowing. You don't plant a seed and pull it up to see how you're growing. Look out of the way. Oh, get out of the way. Get out the way and let God do its thing. Chorus, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Thing. I said, get out the way and let God do his thing. I said, get out the way and let God do its thing. We made it. Oh my goodness, thank you again so much for being here with us today. As we move to the end of the service, a few announcements. Please join us next Sunday with Reverend Jill and for the White Stone ceremony. And the white stones are available for you to pick up for you and your family here at the church kitchen door. Leah, should they email you first? Yes, please. Email or call the church office. Email business@unityofwimberley.com to make arrangements to come get those white stones for that ceremony. The January Wednesday night service class begins with Reverend Jill for Practical Metaphysics, A New Insight in Truth by Eric Butterworth. This 4-week study will use the book comprised of the best teachings of prominent Unity and New Thought leader Eric Butterworth. At last, his best work has been edited into one comprehensive volume that is at once a wonderful introduction to New Thought ideas and an excellent review course for those already familiar with them. So this is a great first part of the year thing to do. This class welcomes everyone new to our community or is curious about it, and longtime New Thought students can learn in a new way. Contributing insight to their insights along the way, we've ordered many copies of the book, so please reach out, business@unityofwimberley.com, and she will get you one of these books. Tune in to Facebook Live every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. as Reverend Jill and I share readings, meditations, and affirmations. If you miss these live posts, they are always available on the church phone app. You can send your donations to Feed My People directly to the Crisis Bread Basket, P.O. Box 1721, Wimberley, Texas 78676, or you can go directly to their website, which is crisisbreadbasket.com. And please, 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 please email any questions, concerns, prayer requests to Reverend Jill or myself, minister@unitywimberley.com, or asl@unitywimberley.com. And I think that does it for us. I'd like to wish you all a very, very happy, prosperous, healthy 2021. We will see you next year. So let's do this prayer for protection as we close out today. Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Shall we release?
Shall we?
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I release, I let go, I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release, I let go, I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release, I let go, I let Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Happy New Year, everyone. See you next week.